Well, the last three videos have been Kamen Rider related, so hey, let's get back on some Sentai. Yo guys, what's going on? This your boy, Kamen Rider Zero Spike, back again once again. Today we're in for Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger, episode 14, and this is Sashido based kind of episode. We get a little bit of his backstory, but it's kind of vague. It's just like boy was in this tactical gear running from somebody and in this like field, and just like I'm just like, yo, like what did Sashido do before this? Because bro seemed like he was like a mercenary or something like that. Like, what did dude do? Like, what was he out here? Were you a hired gun, or were you a mercenary? Was he in the side? Like, what was Sashido before this Boonboomger stuff? Like, what was this dude? Like, I gotta know, because it's just being led to your turn. It's just been thrown. We just been thrown in the dark when it comes down to this kid's past. But this episode was actually pretty good. This is a Sashido kind of based episode, learning a little bit more about his past, learning a little bit more about like what like calms him, and like why he wanted to protect this this aquarium so heavily. And we got to see like Marine. We got to see their new Boom Boom car, Boom Boom Marine, or Marine. This car, basically it's like I guess it's like a dinosaur head. I mean, it's called Monster, but it's like it flips upside down, so, and it has a mouth that opens up on it, so it's like, yeah. And they also combined it with Boom Boom Safari, and we kind of got like a dinosaur. Maybe, I think, yeah, Marine has to be like some kind of water creature or something like that. It has to be like a water thing. Oh, it is, but yeah. So we also saw how like Mira was working at this aquarium, which is like, yeah, this homegirl just got the most immaculate resume, because she has done so much. Like, homegirls out here. But in this episode, basically see that, you know, it's mostly like it's like a Sashido and Mira based kind of episode, and he even tells her in this episode that, hey, you earn my respect. He said, you really earn my respect today. I'm like, bro, like, we've had 13 other episodes and you haven't. I'm not gonna include episode 1 or maybe episode 2, maybe, but like, bro, like, y'all have fought together side by side on multiple occasions for a long time, and you never respected, girl. You never respected her. That's kind of messed up. She even acknowledges that. She even acknowledges the fact that, hey, like, you never respected me. I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess let's do this. But yeah, the monster of the week was this refrigerator monster, and for some reason he had tentacles. I don't know why. I don't know where that came from. Like you know, our Team Rocket gang, they came here and they created a Hashirasen that was like from a refrigerator, but it had tentacles on his face. I understand the ice powers. I understand that it basically turned people into, it basically froze people to get gas line out of them. But I'm just like, where did the tentacles come from? I don't know. Maybe it has some, maybe it had like some calamari inside of it. It's almost a squid or something, and it just mutated with it. I don't know. But yeah, this episode we see that he ends up trying to earn Marine's respect in this episode, trying to basically get Marine to like get Marine. He's trying to do the same thing Genbo was trying to do basically in the last episode, and you know, he's trying to do that, and he's trying hard. And this episode basically, you know, Mira's there to kind of like tell him, like, you don't have to do, like, you said you want to protect something that you care about. You said you want to protect something that you love. You don't need to do it by yourself. And what good is it if you're dead? You can't protect anything if you're dead. So he's kind of like pushing her away in this episode, like, because he doesn't want her to help him. And he's kind of cold to her in this episode too. And I'm just like, he's like, it just baffles my mind, the fact that they've done so much together up until this point. They've done so much together. They've fought so many things together. They've been around each other so much and have had these conversations and team ups and all this other stuff. And he's still like very cold to her. Like when it's just them, like he's still very cold to her, very pushy away from her. So it's just like, why? I didn't get that in this episode. It was like really racking my brain. Like, why didn't he? He was kind of a douche to her. So, but yeah, we ended up getting to seeing the return of the Boom Killer Robo, and it had some new abilities. It had like a drill arm kind of gun thing. They kind of fought better in it, but it had some other like little modifications and things like that. But overall it came to no avail because our Rangers are gonna beat them at the end anyway. But yeah, so she does end up convincing him after him getting into a fight with the refrigerator monster. He's fighting the refrigerator monster on the ground, while everyone else is off, fighting the Killer Robo, and they're having a pretty hard time with it. They even turned into Joe's like cop form, like his like the police form that they used, and they were kind of getting their butts kicked for a while. And our three, they were funny in this episode. They've always been kind of funny, but in this episode they kind of made me laugh out loud because the how they were beaten and the stuff that they said while the robot was getting ready to blow up. He was like, oh well, hey guys, I guess the nerd is gonna be mad at us again. And like it was hilarious. I love that part, like just showing how much like self-aware and like personality that they have. As usual, they show how much aware and personality that these three characters have, especially Yadokar. Yadokar be throwing shade. He be throwing shade a lot. He be throwing shade and he be throwing shots because he really don't like freaking Cannonborg. He really does not like Cannonborg. And they call this guy a nerd and everything. They say all kind of mean stuff about this guy behind his back. But yeah, man, we see that after she convinces him, that you don't have to do this by yourself and stuff, and he's like, yeah, you have my respect now. We see that they ended up teaming up together and taking out this monster bot together. And we see that the monster himself did not grow. Majority of the mech fight was with the Killer Robo because Yadoka's in the Killer Robo, and he's not there to suck up the gas line from the monster and stuff like that. So we don't get the Rainbow Road stuff. So last two episodes have just been us fighting the Killer Robo, which is cool. I like that the Killer Robo is still here. I like that it's not just like a one-off thing where it's like, oh, we made it and it got beat once and it blew up. No, it's still here, and I'm glad that they're actually peeling away for the time being with the whole regular monster of the week kind of fights, which are still cool, but at the same time it's cool to switch it up a little bit. And I like to switch up because I like the Killer Robo, but yes, we see that they ended up defeating the monster, and it was in a really kind of cool but / funny way because they were kind of mimicking some of the animals that they saw at the aquarium, like the dolphin and the seal and stuff like that, which was hilarious. Like especially they slid on their bellies at one point, and did some jumps and stuff, and at one point Mira basically uses her legs as like a tail to hit something. Like, it was very, very, very creative, and the cinematography looked very good as usual with this show. CGI also looked very cool because we got a new use for their wheels, basically helping them be able to get through the ice and the snow. I mean, basically the ice and stuff, because this thing had ice powers. But other than that, this episode was great, and we did see that he goes back to base and tries to give Marine a bouquet of blue flowers, which looked gorgeous, by the way. I have to find that. I have to find somewhere where I can do that for someone, because that bouquet was gorgeous looking, and Marine basically like rejects it. So it's like, it seems like Marine sort of might have like the same has like a bratty, maybe, like, you know, kind of personality, even though their AI kind of has like that weird kind of personality, and ends up rejecting him. And he kind of like, he starts to like freak out over it, because he's like, he's like, hey, we just did a mission together. What do you mean? What did I do wrong? Where did I mess up? Like, he starts to ask Marine that, and it's just like, Marine's like, just like, hey, get out my face, like, boy, bye, type thing. So it's just like, it's hilarious. This episode was great, made me laugh a lot. I do love the new form, the combination between Bone Safari and Bone Marine. I do love the new combination we got right there, which was very cool, you know. But yeah, man, this episode was funny. It was great. I still want to know what Sashido backstory is. Like, I'm tired of being left in the dark with that, because old boy was beat up. He was beat up, bloody, and everything, running from something, running from someone or something. He was checking behind his back at every turn. So I'm just like, what was bro running from? But other than that, you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this episode of Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Remember, as I always say, stay kitchened.